Hello, my name is Alexia. Welcome to my grammar tutorial. In this video, we are talking about language modifiers and adverbs and the dangers of misplacing them. First, let's get started on the dangers of misplacing modifiers. If you accidentally misplace a modifier, it could lead to ultimate confusion. These misplaced modifiers are sometimes tricky to catch, so that's why I think it is important that we keep sentence structure in mind when writing. Misplaced modifiers happen when our word order is jumbled. When things get mixed up, your readers may be very confused and question what you are trying to say. There are a few things to know about modifying words in order to avoid this confusion. Rule number 1 is to place your modifier as close as possible to the word you are modifying. For example, let's look at this sentence. As a cartoon, you probably watched Dexter's Laboratory as a kid. Uh-oh, even though this author is trying to say they watched the cartoon Dexter as a child, it sounds like they used to be a cartoon themselves. And if anyone were a cartoon who was close enough to watch over Dexter's lab, they might have experienced the wrath of his laboratory mishaps. Okay, so I can admit that the most of us could figure out that the author of this sentence probably meant to say that as a child they watched Dexter's Laboratory, not that they were themselves a cartoon. But sometimes the context of the sentence can be a little more serious and lead to larger scale misinterpretation. Like this sentence. Because of his lie, the president fired his campaign director. Since the modifier is placed closer to the president, this sentence leads us to believe that the president was the one who lied, instead of his campaign director. Rule number 2 is to place your participle phrase or group of related words beginning with a participle next to the word it's modifying. If not, it's called a dangling participle. This can also cause confusion. Look at this sentence, for example. Flying through the air, I watched the flock of birds. Although I believe that what the author is trying to say is, I watched the flock of birds flying through the air, I could easily picture it in my head like this. For some reason, I seriously doubt the author was riding along with Aladdin on his magic carpet. Rule number 3 is don't confuse dangling participles with nominative absolutes, a nominative absolute being a noun that is followed by a participle phrase. A nominative absolute modifies the whole sentence rather than just the part you want it to. Here's an example. The train having been wrecked cannot pick up the next passengers. Here, train is the noun and having is a participle. This sentence would make more sense if the author phrased it like, because the train was wrecked, it cannot pick up the next passengers. In addition to misplaced modifiers, you could confuse your readers with misplaced adverbs. It is important to make sure that your adverbs are placed correctly in your sentence to avoid unclear interpretations. For example, Ben only has one of the concert tickets. Here, it could either mean that Ben is the only one who has a concert ticket or Ben has one of the concert tickets. There is not a clear way to know whether either interpretation is correct. Also, if only Ben has a concert ticket, it would be a pretty lonely show. Some English professionals may tell you that it is not okay to place unnecessary adverbs for emphasis. However, our culture says that this rule can be broken, but it is still good to limit excess adverbs to only when you are trying to emphasize a particular point. Like this sentence. Really, don't talk to me. Really implies deeper emotions to the sentence, don't talk to me. In addition to these larger scale adverb placement rules, there are a few smaller rules to help you best arrange your sentences. For example, in order to keep your sentences as clear and concise as possible, avoid split infinitives. Instead of saying, I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom, you would say, I'm going to go to the bathroom quickly. This lets you use fewer words to say the same thing. Similarly, avoid dangling infinitives by keeping your infinitive phrases next to the words they modify. For example, the sentence, while playing golf, your mind must be focused on the game, can be changed to, while playing golf, you must focus your mind on the game. With these rules, you should all be well on your way to structuring clear and concise sentences. I hope my tutorial has helped you avoid severe confusion in your audiences.